everybody? Welcome back to Play by Play with Jay. I'm your host, Jordan, aka Jay, and I have a very special guest with me. But before I even get into that, I want to say thank you guys so much. This is the season 2 finale, as we all know, and I wouldn't even be having a finale without all the listeners and the viewers. So thank you so much for helping me get this far. It's been really fun and really cool. But I have my guy John here on the show. I met John in college, so it's been a couple years now. But yeah, tell him about yourself, John.
Yeah, so like JG said, even that's our thing. But yeah, I'm John. I went to UMD, graduated in 2017. I guess the main reason I'm on here today, about shoes and stuff, but I mean, it's a hobby that I picked up after college. Like at UMD, you can ask anybody that knows me. Like, I didn't know how to dress. I was wearing Roshes every day. This is after Roshes died. Like, literally just doing anything. But yeah, after I graduated, got a little bit of money, and yeah, the rest was history. So it's a real big hobby of mine. I mean, I hoop a little bit too, so shoes are a big thing with me now. So that's just kind of what I do. So that's
and
me.
like John just said, because I never said it, so this episode is about shoes, or like the shoe game, but how are we going to tie that into the sports industry? We'll get into that in a second. So first,
Right.
So like John just said, he's really big on shoes, really probably one of the most extensive shoe collections that I know in this area for sure. So he's going to go first. So we're going to start with our top 5 shoes in our collection, starting from 5 up to 1. John, the ball's in your court.
All right, so
Number 5,
I am going to go with my Stussy Air Force Ones. Everybody knows what an Air Force One is, the most popular, the white on whites, but these, just came out not too long ago. But basically the things I love about shoes are just the stories, and also I love materials on shoes. So pretty much, like I just love the materials on it. It's like pretty much like, just kind of a knit upper, and yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a nice beige, like, and it's just clean. Mm-hmm. There's like an all black colorway too, but I was like, I gotta have this one because this was like the Stussy exclusive,
and nobody got their hands on that but John, so because nobody else in the world has that shoe. And I don't even know, he probably knows what I'm getting ready to do. It's a shoe, but it's sort of not a shoe, but I wouldn't be able to do it. Makes me who I am. So number 5, of course, is the Crocs, but specifically the Justin Bieber Drew House 2. There's Crocs, and then there's the specialty Crocs. Right. And I finally got my hand on it, like everything down to the detail. Like he just said, the details matter. These divots, man, it's quality, and Crocs are comfortable, so this is definitely my number 5.
You gotta love a collab anytime you put something on your
Exactly. And I paid good. I was on 3 devices in line, like I had to make sure I got those. So
was it a long wait? Like, was it like when you're in the queue kind of thing?
Yes. Yes. Like they dropped at 10 on a Tuesday morning. I think I was in line like right at 9 and just was waiting for an hour. And then after the 10 mark, it was like another 10-15 minutes, and then they pushed me through. But still, and they sold out. So
I mean, yeah, that's how like the hype around it is.
Yeah, exactly. So
well, I'm glad you got.
I had to do the Crocs, of course. All right, number 4.
I kind of
he has heat. He has heat.
Yeah, I'm being conservative, but number 4, I'm gonna go with the Kobe 6 Pro Tro Grinch. Obviously, these just re-released this year. This is the re-release. Originally came out in 2010, but I mean, what can I say? Fire colorway. I haven't worn them yet, but yeah, fire colorway.
Also, a shoe nobody in the world has. How did you even get your hands on those?
So, I mean, I have a guy.
Every sneakerhead has a guy, okay? They all just have a guy, and that's it.
Yeah, he's out of the Bronx, real good dude. I show love to him all the time, when I and stuff. But yeah, like he also specializes in my size, which this is a 14. So like, yeah, I do 13s and 14s. But I mean, what can you say? I mean, colorway is just perfect. RIP Kobe, and like, I mean, again, the story behind this shoe, just like everything that Kobe was, like in terms of like, if you think about the Grinch, like, just about his business, like, kind of like the Christmas cheer. Like when Kobe's playing on Christmas Day, it's not, like we just having fun. Like, no, like I'm out here like to go, like Mamba mentality. So yeah,
Yeah.
This is number 4 that I have down
My
here.
number 4, I can't even remember. I'm trash. I should have looked it up beforehand. Which KD it is, and I don't even know. Like a lot of people, listen, I might get flack for this. I don't know why I like this shoe. I got it back in like 10th, 11th grade. I even sat outside for these KD Ligers. I don't remember what the KD number this is. This is the
I'm trying. Oh my lord, because I had the Christmas version of those.
Yeah, these. I don't. It's just something about
6.
when you go from the neon, with the one type of print, and then it goes around, and I was just like, these are fire. Like nobody.
It's crazy.
I
I tried to hoop in those too, and they're just so low, and like I'm just
I can't hoop in these. These are definitely. I've worn them maybe with the colors, maybe 3 times in my life, but still, just for me to have them, I was like, yeah, but this is definitely. I sure love any of KD shoes. These, but definitely he had what was it? The KD 4s? Those not the 4s, the most popular one. Whichever number. You said what?
So what is the silhouette? Is it
what
low?
year was it? The Aunt Pearls. It had the strap on the front.
Oh lord. Yeah, those. Yeah, honestly, I love all the Aunt Pearl ones from him.
Yeah, but KD shoes were really good, and then they stopped being good. So, but yeah.
We had to worry more about performance than looks.
Exactly. All right, third number pick.
Number 3, I wouldn't say it's really my number 3, but I'm pulling it out, because of you. You already know what's coming.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Air Jordan 1, shattered backboard. OGs, not the reverse, not the satin.
Listen, for those of you who don't know, this is my favorite shoe of all time. Listen, I had to bring my keys in here because I have it. I have a little mini shot on my key.
Aww. And yeah, it's
because I'll never have the shoe in real life, so this is the closest I can.
So yeah, story behind these. I copped these basically for some good guys out of North Carolina, and basically I just saw them. It was a steal, and it's one of those things where it's sometimes in shoes when the price it may not seem good, but when it's better than what it usually is, you gotta just, even if you ain't got no money in your account, you gotta find a way.
There's not many shoes that I would really go out my way. If the price is right, I will drop it on that shoe. But that's the only one that I'll do it on. But
yeah, and orange is my favorite color. And
but they're just, I can't explain why they're so perfect. I can't explain it, but they are. So
yeah, it's a great shade.
Yeah, and then my third. I actually just got these, but actually any Yeezy period. These are the Carbon Yeezy 350s that just came out a couple months ago. But any Yeezy really. And they're the most comfortable shoes. Yeah. Ever. So, Yeezy kind of overcharges for them. But
yeah, because what are they? $220 retail.
Yeah.
And it's just
no, maybe one, because ones are $160 retail? So 170. Yeah. So yeah, Yeezys could absolutely be 170 retail. But of course. Yeah. Money makes the world go round. So
exactly. Again, it's more so what you notice in this is a name sells more than.
Exactly. All right, second pick.
I am going to go with, again, this is the more conservative side, but my Off-White Chuck Taylors OG. I've only worn them twice. But yeah, I got these dead stock in Miami. From a resale place or whatever, but I absolutely love them. This is, obviously, what can I say about Virgil and just everything that he's done? But I'm not really a Chuck Taylor.
Especially, what was it? Two Virgils. What did he donate? $50 or?
Oh Lord,
$100. What did he do? So Team Virgil over here. This guy, absolutely.
But yeah, I just also love that this shoe is y'all probably can't see the camera, but see-through, the translucent mesh material, it's just good. It has kind of just a light, kind of icy tint to it.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's just clean, it's simple, and definitely it's up there. I consider this one of my grails. So yeah.
And then my second, from here on out, it's definitely gonna be a Jordan. And these are busted. I've had them since when did these first come out? Because they haven't re-released yet. That's why I cherish these. Maybe 7th grade. Black cement 3s.
Oh,
classics.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, those are gone. Yeah.
Can't go wrong. But these, in high school, I used to wear these maybe every single day. But these are fire. I don't know. I've always loved this. I've loved threes, but these are definitely my favorites out of all of them. Like,
yeah, it was a time. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't even own them, and I'm just like, see, now I want them. See, now you're.
And I would, and to get
now
them
I'm gonna look on StockX like, well, what's the
exactly? And I don't even know what they would be going for, but I feel like it's probably expensive because like it haven't come out since that first.
They haven't. Yeah.
So.
Haven't released. I mean, because everybody's going to try to get those cool gray 11s now in December because those are finally released.
And I'm so mad because those are in the trunk of my car. Like, those are my beater shoes. I got those too, but yeah. All right, top pick, number one.
Top pick, I wouldn't. It's not really my number one, but again, being conservative here, we are going to go with the original.
Ooh.
Air Jordan 1 Chicago. This is the 2015 version. So
yeah, Chicago ones are nice.
Only wore them once, and that was inside the house. So these are pretty much still DS.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what can you say about these? I mean,
everybody, you gotta love a Jordan 1. You got to. That's like the staple.
You gotta love a Jordan 1. You gotta love this colorway. The color blocking on it is perfect. I mean, it's just it's pretty much. I mean, the shoe that I wouldn't say started it all. I mean, I'll give that to the Preds, but like, this is just something that it's just everybody recognizes this shoe. Wherever you walk to. Like, people are going to see this on your feet and they're going to know, okay, Michael Jordan. They're going to know,
exactly.
Something. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say, yeah.
Because my number one is my Royal One. So,
okay.
Like, I love this shoe. I mean, I have another pair of ones. I definitely need to get, the shadow backboards. I need all of them. I need the breads, but I'm not trying to pay for the shoes. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the trade-off.
But I got these. It's crazy. I don't know how. I got these on the steal for, maybe like $160 in the middle of the summer, 3 years ago. I don't know. StockX blessed me one year, so.
Wow.
But that hasn't happened since.
It's always some people. You'll find with you. It's a patience thing. Sometimes people be down bad and they just need some.
Yeah, they just need the money selling
they
it.
They will put up their shoes for next to nothing. So,
yeah. So
compared to what they could get for it.
Exactly. So we did all of that to show. So it's like, okay, there's a ton of probably sneakerheads in, variety of sports, different sports leagues, stuff like that. But shoes are definitely a part of just the sport culture in general, I feel like.
Yeah.
So you said you watch sports pretty frequently?
Yeah, I would say, most, popular sports and everything. So
yeah. So who is maybe your favorite sneakerhead athlete?
Favorite sneakerhead athlete, hands down, without a doubt, is Sue Bird.
Dang, good, John.
Was I not supposed to say that?
That's my pick. Okay, yeah, Sue Bird, but explain why.
Sue Bird, she's just an amazing person, amazing athlete, just everything about, honestly, if I see Sue Bird, I'm scrolling on Instagram or just the internet in general, and I see Sue Bird, I stop whatever I'm doing to look at whatever content is there about her. But I think she's a phenomenal athlete. She's a winner. I've basically, followed her since being in the WNBA, and again, she just has shoes. I just love her collection. I don't know, I don't want to say she considers herself a sneakerhead, but again, she's just very knowledgeable about sneakers. She has everything, and I mean, there's a difference between, I feel like, athletes that just have everything because they have the money or the connections to have it, and there are people that have that, but also they have things just because they like them and they know the story behind it and whatnot. And I feel like that applies to her. So she definitely is my favorite. If I could get it, I would actually pay money to get a tour of her closet.
Yeah, no, and I'll probably have pictures and videos coming in because her collection is even her collection when she was in the Wubble, she most of her luggage was shoes because she was just bringing everything over. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, her PJ Tucker, he's in the NBA. I mean, of course, PJ, he probably has every shoe to exist. You really can't say enough about him. But from going into that, we both had a Jordan 1 being our number one, pick. Jordan Brand, period, has literally just controlled the sports world for years now.
It has. And I mean, again, it's one of those things where I told you I love the story behind shoes. And again, I'll tell you this, I'm a LeBron fan. I'll swear up and down LeBron is better than Jordan any day of the week, and I will die on that hill.
And LeBron thoroughly entertained.
So I'm not even the biggest Jordan fan, but it's something that you have to just respect because it's just you look back and you see the story about Jordan signing with Nike and how it just thinking back, back then, how big of a deal that was, because Nike wasn't what it is today. Back in the 80s, Nike wasn't the powerhouse brand that we know and love today. People saw that check back then in the 80s and it was just kind of okay, And then like the way Jordan was able to just elevate that brand and create his own brand out of it and be able to sign all these athletes to it. Like, it's really crazy. Like, we talk about Zion Williamson, for example. He's getting his own signature shoe with Jordan brand. Meaning like, you know, this is like his shoe, but it's still going to have Jordan's logo on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's really like influence right there. It's a powerhouse.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, like, I don't know, and he used to get in trouble for wearing some of his shoes too in games, and he was just like, I don't care, find me, like,
right.
Like I'm building the brand, and he's done that because people have killed over his shoes, people have stood in line for days over his shoes, people pay
lots of money.
Listen, because most people don't know the shattered backboards. I wear a size 7 in men's. Okay, retail that's like $170 for the shoe. Still kind of expensive, but whatever. On StockX or on GOAT, that shoe is going for probably close to like $2,500.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
that's insane.
And that's right, because I mean, I bought these used. I mean, they weren't used too badly, but I mean, you could tell, like, I mean, they've been worn. You know what I'm saying? Like, a couple little crease marks, but yeah, like, that's a trade-off, like, you gotta make.
Exactly. And it's just, I don't know, just the way that he's been able to truly, and still controlling the market, like you just said, you know, signing Zion, signing a bunch of these other players, and of course making money moves, like, you know, team ownership, you know, with the Hornets, NASCAR, stuff like that. But I mean, even now, all they're doing is just dropping new colorways of these classic Jordans, like, over and over again.
and I mean, again, I have no issue discussing like shoes with people. I've obviously had to have conversations with people that tell you, like, yeah, like, this is a stupid hobby because you're buying something that literally, right here, these are literally two of the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that you're paying an exorbitant amount of money for. But again, it's just something like, sometimes you can't explain it, but again, it goes back to Jordan Brand. It goes back to just who Michael was and still is in terms of a cultural influencer, and just what he was able to do in his shoes that it still resonates with people.
Right. Yeah. It's just, man. And then when, you know, we had a variety of different shoes here, and just how even some of the shoes that are still coming out now are influenced based off of what Jordan has already done, or what maybe a little bit of what Bron has already done, or people pull and pick from each other. But it's just interesting the way shoes have really evolved, and like the importance of it all. Like, what you like, I mean, you look good, you know, you play good, you know, feel good, you know the same.
Right.
But like that, it's so important, and guys are really, like, even Ja, I think when he hurt his ankle and then he was like, I'm playing in high top Kobe's for the rest of the year or something, and he really had a different colorway of every high top Kobe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the shoe impact.
And then he said, hey, he ran out, and then DeMar DeRozan was
and he was like, whatever you need, I got you. Like, that's some rich stuff, you know, being able to just do that. But yeah, but I think shoes are a cool hobby. Don't, like, I like it. I'm not as into it as you, but
because there was a time in my life where I literally owned no Jordans, and I was like, yeah, I would never pay like $250 for some shoes. Nowadays, I would beg. I literally am begging when I fill out raffles to pay $250 for some shoes, because that's cheap. Like, you know, it's not in terms of like finance. Like, yes, that's still a lot of money, but for what you could pay for that shoe, it's cheap.
Yeah, exactly. And you just made me, I lost my train of thought about something,
but
no, yeah, that's that's a complete fact. But no, you were just talking about, you know, getting the same shoe in different colors. Like, that, I don't know what it is, because I feel the same way. Like, when I have a shoe that I really want, I'm just like, oh, like, I need this color, because there's a Jordan 1 in probably every color of the rainbow, and I want them all. It's just like the Crocs. I need every color. I can't explain
exactly
the thing. And I think we're just wired differently. People who love sneakers, we're wired differently.
Exactly. I mean, it really ties in. I mean, again, sneaker culture is so tied closely to fashion, because I mean, again, you can't really wear these ones and then just throw on anything. It's gonna ruin it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like the right pants on that fall on the tongue, or, you know, the right shirt to complement it and stuff. Like, so when you do that, you don't want to just be wearing the same fit over and over again, because you know, people gonna be like, oh, you wearing that again? Like, so you gotta be like, well, I love the shoe, so I gotta basically, you know, get a new colorway.
I need this one for this color, and then I buy this shirt that goes with this, and then absolutely. So when you look at people, when you're walking, you always look at shoes first, right?
I used to make eye contact with people, but because I'm introverted and because I love shoes, now I just make shoe contact.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, they wearing, you know, whatever, the Yeezy 300. oh, but the fit is trash. I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah, I would say this. Yeah, I mean, I'm a bigger guy, so I honestly would prefer, like, the best compliment somebody can give me is not like, oh, did you lose weight, or oh, you look skinny today. It would be, I like your shoes. That's the best compliment anybody could ever give me. If you give me that compliment, then I literally am just like, it will make my day.
And I can honestly say I saw John's little transformation from, point A in college to point B now. So
it was bad.
It's a whole different John.
Yeah, I'm still in the process of trying to get some stuff deleted. So
So what like sparked that switch though? Like, was that out of nowhere or like?
I mean, it really, I guess you can kind of say it was out of nowhere, just because, like I said in the beginning, I graduated. I was never one of those kids that would ask my parents to buy me like a $200 pair of shoes. I mean, like, we had money, but it was one of those things where it's like money got spent on education and like educational things and not like shoes. You know what I mean? Because even now, like, my dad and my mom, like, they see these as just shoes. Like, they don't care about the story behind it or whatever. Like, these are just shoes. And I mean, they are. So, I mean, what sparked it? I mean, I just saw the Sean Witherspoons and I was like, I gotta have that shoe.
Man,
and
I've been plotting on that
that's
shoe
my
for.
number one.
I've been plotting on that shoe for it. It's just not gonna happen though. I'm going on StockX right now. So
yeah, like while you look at it, I'm just like, it's just, I love that shoe. Just the colors of it, the materials of it. It's actually my number one shoe. Again, I don't have it with me. I told y'all the Chicago one was, but that, I can't say anything bad about that shoe, and it will never be like sold, whatever, in my collection. It's one of those. But I saw that, and that kind of really sparked the addiction, because I really wanted that shoe.
For reference, that shoe is going for $1,300 right now in my size. So, okay, that's why I'll never have the shoe.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just sometimes where I'm like, I just need something bad. And
yeah.
So,
and there was a point when it wasn't that high. It's just that I couldn't, still at that point in time, couldn't afford it then either. And I was just like,
right.
Looking back, I should have just went into debt for it. Was it worth it? I don't know. But I have the picture. That's a beautiful shoe. The Air Max, and I love Air Maxes too. I think Nike too, like not just Jordan, but like Nike, like the impact that they've had. Like I've owned, I don't know how many Nikes. Because Jordan is still Nike at the end of the day. So, so it's like, I don't know how much Nike has gotten a hefty check from me in my whole lineage, but
I don't even, them and Vineyard Vines, I really don't want to see how much money I've spent at either of those companies. Like it's probably a gross amount, but yeah, it's just the perfect shoe to me, because I love the upper of a 97, but I love the sole of a Air Max 1. So pretty much that shoe is just that combined. So yeah, it was a no-brainer. And from there, I just got addicted to seeing shoes, and I'm like, I gotta have them, even if it means paying resale. So yeah.
God bless you, John. God bless you. You're different.
I mean, I feel like, the only thing that I also really want to point out is that sports has a huge influence on sneakers, just because, again, the main thing with like Adidas, Puma, Nike, whoever, that you're going to start with when making shoes, especially for your athletes, is performance. So again, it's just one of those things where you see sneakers can be worn in everyday life. It's just the perfect combination, because again, sneakers are made for performance, and they're made to be walked around in too. So it's just like, your athletes are wearing them on the court, like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna look at you funny if you're wearing like, LeBron's, like walking around, because it's just like, oh, it's also just a comfortable shoe. It has a rubber sole, whatever, air unit in it, and it's just comfortable to walk around in. But also, something I want to point out too is that we're in such a digital age now, especially with social media, that it's not even just, okay, like back when our parents were watching like games or whatever, like the 1987 finals or something. Like you turn on the game and it's just, okay, Magic Johnson's running up and down the court. Cool. Now we're on social media where we can follow these players, like see kind of the behind the scenes of their lives because of stories or whatever. And you're seeing like, everybody knows the famous like pregame tunnel shot and looking at fits and seeing what shoes the athlete is wearing. Like even we talk about PJ Tucker. It's more of a storyline I've known days where I know what shoes PJ Tucker is wearing more than I know how many points or rebounds he's gotten in a game.
Right.
Same with LeBron.
Yeah.
Like,
because they do it. They put an emphasis on like a shoe cam. They'll take pictures of their shoes, even like in the NFL, like their cleats and the custom. Because there are a lot of NFL guys who wear those custom Jordan cleats or those Yeezy cleats.
Yeah, they have their own like PEs, which is a whole different conversation. And so that's why I'm saying like it's more of a thing. It's an influence culture where, I mean, we know these guys can play basketball, but it's also just like, again, I'm not going to say LeBron started this, but it's also like about building up your brand for after basketball and even monetizing it during basketball. Because again, PJ Tucker knows, oh, if I wear these, like, you know, or eBay gives me these free shoes for resale or whatever, then, you know, I'm making a check and I'm doing something I like, which is wear great sneakers.
Right.
So it's definitely an influence. I mean, I know LeBron pretty much broke the shoe internet, at least, when he wore those off-white Air Force Ones, those that yellow colorway for All-Star Weekend. And yeah, I mean, and everybody knows about the inauguration, the Dior ones that were shown.
Like a $3,000 shoe.
Yeah, and literally stole the show. By the way, I found those in a size 14 for $12,400. So if your listeners want to start the GoFundMe,
12,000 US American dollars. Absolutely not.
Yes.
That's insane. And the point is that people actually pay that. That's why they're willing to charge that. That's crazy. Question: do you know who Ty Young is in the WNBA? She's a crazy sneakerhead. Like,
I'm not. What team?
I think she's on the Aces right now. She's a role player, so you might not like know her all the time. I'll send you her IG.
What college did she come out of?
JMU.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you her IG because she has tons of shoes. But I find myself all the time watching, whether it's what's the show called? When they sneaker shopping on YouTube.
Sneaker shopping with Joe LaPuma.
Yeah, with Joe LaPuma, or even just when they doing like people's closet tours. Like I've seen Nate Robinson's closet. I've seen Ty Young's closet. I've seen so many of these athletes in their closets, and just like some, like you said, like buying shoes just because I'm rich, I have the money, I've never had all this stuff, so I want it. And some are just like, no, this shoe, I got this because this and this and this. So do you indulge in like just sneaker vids? Like
I indulge in it. Again, my favorite, like, again, I like the athletes. One thing I'll say, again, LeBron James is not a sneakerhead. It's no. Yeah, like when you hear some of these athletes talking about shoes, like you can know off just like a minute, like, you know, if they're real or they're just I have money,
fraudulent.
And so like, and one of the things, I mean, PJ Tucker is, but I mean, what he does, I would say it's not really impressive, again, because he has money. Like I know how he gets his shoes in terms of like literally like he's giving shoes, and then like he just says, oh yeah, send me a bill at the end of the month and I'll pay it. Like, you know, but I definitely indulge in it. And I want to bring up too, kind of as a segue, that yes, you know, I indulge in the athlete ones, especially when they don't have a shoe contract with a singular company. Like, because I feel like those videos are kind of boring when it's like an athlete going exactly. Because I'm like, you have to buy Nikes, dude. Like, come on. And so, but also rappers who are very close to the sports world too, in terms of like, you know, influence and whatnot, because again, these athletes are listening to music by artists that they're friends with and whatnot. But like Yachty has my favorite collection ever.
I've seen, I don't know if it's the same video, it might have been his sneaker shopping or something like that, but he showed,
because he has a closet and a sneaker shopping.
I've seen in both of those, because Yachty's collection is very nice. Like,
yeah,
very good.
If Yachty stopped rapping and lost everything tomorrow, he could sell all those shoes and be just fine monetarily.
And he's one of those guys where he bought like one, you know, exclusive shoe, and then it was like, well, I'm gonna just get 4 pairs of this just because, so I can wear one and then, you know, put one away or whatever. And of course that equates to him having that money. But yeah, definitely rappers. I mean, not that I support everything that he does with all his marketing and stuff, but Travis Scott and those tours, and oh man, they took the world by storm, literally. And it's just
people. They just. I mean, again, a name sells. I mean, these are people that everyone knows. I mean, if you can go mainstream enough, like a Drake, like a Travis Scott, like, you know, again, any household name, you know what I mean? Like a Justin Timberlake, like you're gonna have a product that sells. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
if you could have, because you have a lot of shoes that you probably have wanted to have, but if you could have like one shoe that you either like not close to even getting or like just haven't gotten yet, what shoe would it be?
Oh goodness. Right now, and I don't know if this will pass. It hasn't passed in over like a year, but the Off-White 4 sale colorway, they only made them in women's sizing. So pretty much, I mean, I could get my size, but it's so expensive just because, like, again, they made them mainly in women's sizing.
Right.
So my feet are so big that I would have to get like a 15 and a half woman's,
Jeez.
like, which they don't make. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's probably like 2 pairs out there. So it's very expensive. And even if I go down to a 13, it's like $2,500 for that shoe. And I'm just, mind you, I paid more for shoes than that. But again, it's one of those things where I don't want to have to do that again. So
right.
Yeah. It's
if I had to pick, I mean, I was literally just sitting here trying to look on StockX, seeing how much it costs, because I just can't bring myself to paying like over $300 for a pair of shoes.
Yeah,
I just can't.
And I'll say too, just, I mean, to give you time also to think about it, but also because I want to get this off my chest, the game is effed up, you know? Like, I will be the first to admit that. The game is effed up. The way, like, how hard it is to get shoes now, the resale prices of shoes now is so messed up that it's actually embarrassing, I think, for the sneaker culture. But, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to say necessary evil, but, I mean, you have to pay to play. Yeah, and you know, I mean,
but
the market,
it's unchy though. It's ugly because even what happened with sneakers and the owner, the CEO, whoever, their child with the reselling. But it's so crazy because it's so bad. Because literally just yesterday, I don't know if you saw those Chucks and the Kim Jones collab they dropped, and I had a friend who wanted them, and she was like, "Well, help me on sneakers." And we both thinking that because sneakers is so bad that neither of us are gonna get them. We both get them, so I had to cancel with Nike. But it's just like we're freaking 3 devices for a pair of Chucks. Are you kidding me? Like, So the game is definitely awful.
Yeah, and it's a shame. I mean, it's a shame you have to pay to play. And I mean, again, I like this hobby so much that I try to get other people in it. But I understand that not everybody can, do it at the same level that like I like to do it or have that commitment, because it is a big commitment.
Yeah. So if I had to pick, definitely, of course, the shattered backboards.
Yes.
That's long distant future, but for something that's closer in reach, probably the bread ones. I'm probably closer to getting. I mean, I just right now on StockX, and these are the 2016, the band ones. And like if we're saying a year of a shoe, like shoes re-release in different years sometimes, or different versions of a shoe. Like the Royal ones that I have, they're from 2017, so the blue looks a little bit different than like the 2013 pair, so it's all little changes. But so I don't really know how I feel about the band pair too much. I kind of want the OGs, and that's of course gonna be more money, of course. But I mean, this shoe's going for what? It's going for $530 right now on my size. That's $1,000. Like what?
Yeah.
So I mean, I love shoes, but it's just like I'm not in love with the price that comes with it, and I don't know. And then I'm one of those people who's like, I love staring at my shoes. I don't even want to put them on.
It's like art. It's like art. It's definitely like there are shoes. Like I have a pair of shoes that I don't plan on wearing until like my wedding, that I paid a lot of money for, but it's just because the pristine condition, but the rest of them I wear. But yeah.
So do you have any like, let's say like daily shoes, like because these are like, if I'm putting on a fit, I might have on my ones or something. But you have like, because mine, I think besides of course my Crocs, I wear my Crocs every day, but like a daily shoe, a pair of Adidas Stan Smiths, like classics.
That's classic.
Those are some of my, and they're not too uncomfortable. So those are like one of my classic faves. But like anything you have?
I mean, I wear my Static Yeezys. Those are pretty much my beaters. If I'm just like running out, I love wearing this like University of Miami hoodie to death. Like, I mean, we'll see what my go-to like shirt is for the summer, but basically sometimes I'll throw on like these off-white dunks that are like green and white. Like it's just a low top shoe that I'm just like, it's just casual.
Yeah,
so.
You can never go wrong.
I mean, I'll throw on anything. Honestly, if it's not raining, I'm liable to throw on anything, especially if the pants or shorts look good with it. That, I mean, again, I'm somebody that believes in wearing shoes, like wearing your shoes. Like even though I like looking at them, but I'm also like, all right, like, if it's not raining, I'll wear anything.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and I need to get back, because I really used to ask anybody. I really used to be. My parents were like, "You you gotta stop. Because anytime I'm getting money, I'm going to spend it on shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because, like, these threes, the 11, 7s, I got them for, like, $90 back in middle school, high school. Because I would just go, my grandparents in Philly, there was a spot around the corner from their house, and they would sell GS sizes for under $100. And I would just right up there, get my shoes, come back down to Maryland, and everybody's like, how you got all the shoes? And I'm like, don't worry about it. I got a plug. I got a guy. Like, I got a guy. So.
That's everybody's go-to. But I wish my feet were smaller. Sometimes there are some silhouettes I can't fit in a 13, so I have to get a 14.
Mm-hmm.
But others I can go back and forth. But sometimes it's tough finding 13s and 14s.
Yeah. And I need to get these 3s restored. They're dirty and they get them clean. But those 11s, man, when I say those cool gray 11s, like there's a ton there. I think that might be my favorite pair because everybody loves Concords. You know, everybody loves the Breads. But the cool gray, and they only come out that one time. And what was that, 2010, 2011? So it's like, I'm one of the ones, and they're busted. I gotta, you know how the
bottom's all yellow and like.
Yeah, you know the jean stains on the top of the shoe. Man, I gotta get that restored. But once they're fresh again, I'm gonna start.
Get brought back to life.
Listen, I'm gonna have to start rocking all my shoes, but getting like you a little bit. But no, but yeah, John, this was great. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
No, I really appreciate you for having me. Like I said, I love talking about this stuff. I love talking to people about this stuff. So, yeah.
No, it was cool. You might have to, who knows, start your own little shoe podcast or something.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, I do like little IG live shows every now and again. The next one that's coming up is on April 30th. I'm talking to collegiate and professional basketball players. So yeah, it should be good. Got the ACC representing, also the SEC. So it should be cool. So
yeah. I'll have to.
I mean, that's pretty much the only thing I have going for it so far.
Yeah, and I'll have his IG floating in. But yeah, follow John on Instagram at John Work Hard. Look at all his COVID cops and everything.
I got a highlight for it. So
everything that he gets into. He just posted one today. I can't tell y'all what it is, but he literally before like an hour or two ago just posted the shoes. So.
Yeah, I ran over to the store and had to go get
so he's always grabbing shoes. So yeah, go check him out. Go support the IG lives when they go up. But yeah, John, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, JG.
Pretty fun. You'll have to come back. But and everybody, all the listeners, once again, thank you guys so much for helping me get to this season 2 finale. It's really been a ride, and here's the 2 more seasons. How about that? All right, everybody, this is your girl Jordan, aka Jay, giving you the play-by-play each and every week. I'll see you guys for season 3. Peace.